All right, everybody, welcome back to the Screen Surger Podcast, the official podcast of Walmart. All right, so the first topic we're talking about today is, I wrote this on the board. I wish Harrison was here to talk about this because he has some good, interesting stuff on this. But
he's out saving the world right now. He's helping a lot of underprivileged youths. I can't get into the details, but rest assured, he's making a positive difference on planet Earth.
You know, when you go to a job interview and they ask you like ridiculous, silly questions, like,
have you ever been convicted of a felon? Like, just bullshit stuff.
Like, have you ever been convicted of murder? Have you ever brought a weapon on an airplane?
Mm-hmm.
No, they ask you stuff like, what's your biggest flaw? What's your strongest? What's your weakness? The last time I got asked that in a job interview, I literally started to laugh in the person's face because I couldn't hold. Not because it's so stupid. I feel like I'm on the Step Brothers interview when they start asking shit like that, and my mind starts flowing with intrusive thoughts like, what could I say to derail this interview?
I honestly, the most pleasant interview experience that I had was at the job that I work at now, which I contribute to the fact that it's just chill company culture. And then there's these other stiff corporate places that ask such ridiculous questions. And yeah, I mean, how do you expect me not to just break out laughing?
I know. Wait,
you want me to sit here and I'm trying to sell myself and you're asking me, what are some things that are just bad about you?
I think it's just stupid. I don't understand what the point of the question is. Quite frankly, I was tempted to say, I don't have any flaws. And I'm not even joking when I say that. I would not tell you if I did. Why would I tell you my flaws? It's the number one rule of the game. Don't let them know what's wrong with. Don't let them know what your weakness is. Like, why would you?
I have actually made jokes in every single serious interview I've had since college.
Go make tasteful jokes. I think it works.
Tasteful, yeah. I don't just start, saying yo mama jokes in the middle of an interview.
Yeah, exactly.
But
very, very lighthearted, very tasteful, very, very professional, clean jokes, or just like a hint of sarcasm in the joke. Not any corny shit. Just kind of, you got to, it's tough. That's why I hate like these super corporate jobs where you go to them and like, if they're like robots, they're not like people. It's like, I don't even want to be around you after the interview. Do you know what I'm talking about?
That's why it's, sometimes interviews put me off. I know there was one place I interviewed at and they just bothered me to the point where I was like, I don't want this
when
job.
You're interviewing for your job, I think it's also important that you like, do you want to work there? Because I mean, that's a good problem to have. But sometimes I'm in an interview, I'm like, you know what? Like, fuck you. Like, you're asking these weird ass questions. I think it's going to be a thing of the past, this overly formal robotic interview process, because quite frankly, people don't, it's not real.
I think it already is becoming a thing of the past. More and more companies, from what I'm hearing, are, they're much more focused on not necessarily personality hires. You obviously have to have skills and be able to do a job.
Well, our generation's just cool as hell and we can hang. We're so unserious.
You need to be able to have skills, but you also have to be able to hang.
Yeah, like a big part of life.
Nobody wants to work around that fucking herb who's just like...
They exist, dude. They're at every job.
They're just like, shouldn't you be doing that?
For the love of God, just be fucking cool. Just be cool, and people will like you. You don't need to actually do work if you're cool.
I mean, if you should still do work, but, it doesn't hurt to be cool at the office.
Dude, you can literally just be cool and get by in life and just be in the right place at the right time and just do enough. Like we said, our 65% rule.
The 65% rule is true. But just being cool at a job,
it depends the type of job.
It definitely.
If you I work for my dad, so at my job it like.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm joking. I don't work for my dad, but
I mean, being cool though in general definitely gets you far.
It actually does.
I have to be honest.
Just
being chill and cool and social.
And learn how to navigate the workplace. Like, a big part of navigating the workplace is, first off, here's how you're going to master a job, okay? Here's how you're going to become the favorite employee, favorite coworker at any job. You're going to go in. For the first 6 months, you're going to kind of sit around and identify who is what, who doesn't like who. Just observe. Be like a secret agent. Take in all the information, absorb it all, and then after that, start to talk to people and play the game of like, be yourself. You don't want to be an ass kisser because no one likes an ass kisser. Not even the person who's ass they're kissing. They get no respect from anyone.
They are honestly probably the least respected people in the office is the ass kisser.
I love to just be talking to people and then just drop in an opinion that they don't agree with or say, no, I disagree with that. People respect you more for it. They reconsider their thoughts, and and if you treat that as if it's totally normal, which it is to disagree with people in a non like angry or confrontational way, people respect the shit out of it. It's like a great thing to do when you're trying to when influencing the workplace. You
See-
don't do it in a way that's aggressive, but just do it in a, maybe we try this or maybe that, or that's
See-
a good idea, but
I have to preface, I don't have any herbs at my job. Everybody's, I work at the most chill company on the planet.
I don't have any either right now.
With that being said, though,
I have before, though.
there's a lot of science and mathematics that goes into conversations all the time, every day. So sometimes I will casually walk up and say, I disagree.
Yeah, and he's not a
I'm
scientist.
not qualified. I work in marketing, and
Exactly.
I'm not qualified to disagree with people. But I disagree sometimes based on principle, and everybody gets a good laugh. out
Wait,
of
they're
it.
building homes, and you walk in, and the filmer, and you say, I disagree with your infrastructure.
Yep.
Funny, cool, people like it.
I like to go in, and
Now-
sometimes my boss will actually appoint me to run the movies, to run the meetings, and he'll ask to consult me when I walk in to film a
Yeah.
meeting. He's like, "What do you think about this?"
And he has no business consulting. Now, if you were to do that
But everybody likes that. It builds a fun
Yes.
work environment. So
Now,
that's,
dude,
that's being the fun coworker.
if you were an engineer who said this doesn't work, this building's going to collapse and kill everybody, you'd be the boring, lame guy, and everyone would be like, dude, fuck you, let us build our home. Get out of here. You'd be fired. If that was my engineering company. And
fuck yeah, use popsicles, bro.
Yeah, fuck yeah. An engineer
Fuck
came
yeah.
in and said, oh, don't do it like that. Take your closed-minded shit elsewhere, bro. We will build homes however we intend.
Yeah, sometimes I hear my coworkers talking to other people, and I'll tell them, listen, honestly, I do think you should tell this one, they'll be on calls with other people and
Yeah.
companies, and I text them, I think you should tell them to shut the fuck up.
That's my face. Yeah. Well, dude, I got this thing at my job. It's like a super small kind of mom and pop type setup. So anytime someone complains, like the people who work in the office, they don't want to take the brunt for it because they know everybody. They're cool with everyone. So I set up a phone line, and on the other end of it is me. And I said, anytime you have a problem, you call corporate Mike from corporate. And that's just me. I go, hello, yes, Mike from corporate. We don't allow refunds. No, thank you. And no one complains because they think I'm special needs.
No one's going to yell at Mike from corporate.
No one's going to yell at Mike from corporate. Also, there's no recourse. I'm going to be like, yeah, I'm going to put that complaint under the file.
I actually did do the exact same thing at my job. Not the exact, but similar enough. One day I noticed that somebody had taken my parking spot, and the kid was relatively new working here. So I wrote up a citation from the board.
Yeah.
My company does not have a board.
Uh-huh.
I'm the board, essentially.
Dude, I'm just going to start calling
I wrote up a citation, and I cited him for it. And I told him to go see the board and dispute it, and I made it a lengthy process. So that's what I do sometimes.
I'm going to start calling myself just management.